Hello. Hello. Bonjour. Hello. Bonjour. How we feeling, y'all? Y'all hear me okay? What's up, Bowen? How we feeling? How we feeling? How we doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hi. What's up, y'all? How are we all doing today? Ooh, going through these shits. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Ragnarok. Bowen wants to hear Ragnarok. That's what's up. Ragnarok. Bowen wants to hear the song Ragnarok. You want me to play that? I'll play it. How we feeling, everybody? Greetings, all. I hope everyone has had a wonderful Tuesday, not Wednesday. Oh, darling. What's up, y'all? Can you hear me okay? How are we feeling? Bowen wants to hear... Ragnarok, which is actually the song Huff. What's up? What's up? Yo, what up, Bailey? Bro, it's late. You good? Yeah, dude. I didn't get a chance. Today was my girlfriend's day off, and we had a bunch of errands, and we went and got like Lebanese food, and then we ran a bunch of errands, and we got a bunch of stuff done. We watched the movie Begonia. Have you seen the movie Begonia? That movie was wild. Here you go, Bowen. RHX yet? I haven't seen Ray yet, but she usually pops in at some point. I'm sure she'll be here at some point. What's up, freak? What up? How we feeling? Yo, thanks for coming through. Is it an indie film? It's I think it's sort of indie, but it's like indie with it's Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone. It's super weird. I would recommend watching it. It's a little graphic and violent, but it's funny and weird and cute. Emma Stone is great. How's everyone's day? Shout out to Max. strange feeling. Strange feeling. But Jesse Plemons is very good at Oh, nice, dude. I have not. Hold on. The lag in this song. Yo, shout out to Jose Ramirez. Need more cowbell. There's one cowbell in it, and that's for Wayne Bouchard, and nobody else. There's no more. No more. So today was good. Stream went well. More engagement from OG followers. That's what's up, Bailey. Yo, I saw. I didn't get a chance to. I wasn't on YouTube at all today, so I didn't get to see. I saw that you were live, and I also saw that Lil Introvert was live, and I wasn't able to tune into either one. But I saw in the Discord that you guys had been live. But I was like, "What's up, person? How we feeling?" Shout out to Jose. How we feeling today, y'all? How we feeling? I saw your thing, your short also about like streaming times. Bailey, the biggest I've noticed like that there is like some of it has to do with watching your analytics, but I think that the time like almost in my experience doesn't necessarily matter. I think that like because there's so many people on YouTube that it's less about the time that you stream and more about like the content, more about like the promotion, like, and I'm admittedly bad at this, but like the title and the card and all that stuff or whatever it's called, seem like they're more important. But also I think that it's different with every channel too. You know what I mean? Depending on what kind of subscribers you have, and you know, like sometimes when I stream during the day, I hit a whole different group of subscribers than I hit at night. So shout out to Person. How you doing? How we feeling? Gonna cook some creamy chicken, bacon, mushroom pasta in 30. Let's go. What's up, Ramirez? I love Ableton. I'm subscribing. Yo, thank you for subscribing, dog. I also love Ableton, my dude. We're just kind of I haven't done any music today. I haven't done any streaming. I've admittedly kind of dropped the ball the last 2 days on streaming, and I've kind of felt bad. Not that anyone like is actually like upset or anything, but yeah, I've definitely felt where I'm like, oh, I need to stream a little more. I forgot I had my lights off here. If you haven't, don't forget, thank you for clicking and subscribing, the like button and the hearts. Person said, can't gift or resub for a week. Had sus activity on my card and had to order a new one. Oh no, dude. Person, I'm so sorry, bro. Bowen said, Pers, love you. Yo, shout out to Bowen. Bowen said, UTK, love you. Yo, I appreciate everybody for coming through. We're just gonna go over some of these older songs. We're gonna keep uploading this stuff to DistroKid slowly but surely. I hope everyone has had a wonderful week. The week has been crazy. Last night I had the premiere for the short film that I scored that some of you have watched me work on here live on stream. And that was cool. It was a cool experience, man. Watching your own music played in a movie theater. It's not an experience I've had often. But it was cool. The movie theater has notoriously, unfortunately, has kind of mediocre sound. But I think that some things might have been done to the track, because it didn't sound the same that it sounded on my live when I was working on it. So I think when it had to get dropped in with everything else, I I mixed it very like score heavy, and I think they went. It was hard. I don't know. I wasn't disappointed, but it was like, I don't know. I was kind of. It could have sounded better, in my opinion, but everybody told me I was being too hard on myself. Bailey Burns said, right, a lot of folks I talk to, even during live stream, most of my folks are at work or going to work. LO, you're going to give it a shot, plus that helps with all the overschedule. Well, and yeah, Bailey, I would say, like, I mean, I'm admittedly, from everything I've read and everything I've experienced myself, like, it does help to have a regular time, but also, I think that to a certain extent, it's like, it's a little, because I've done that in the past, and sometimes it feels like I'm putting the cart before the horse, you know, where I'm like, I think when you're like I know I have 14,000 subscribers, but like we still struggle and to get people in the lives, so like it's not really about how many subscribers you have. It's really like how the live streams are treated is totally separate from how many subs you have. So I think the real thing is like just like building up the momentum. And unfortunately, I do think some of it is like the algorithm wants people that are going to generate money for them in a weird way. So like, it's like a lot of it is you just being like showing that you can attract people. And it doesn't matter how many people, but keeping the eyes of whoever is watching you. I think that's what YouTube seems to care the most about. So Michael Joseph Hayward said, hey man, do you do Wordle? I don't really do Wordle, no. Should I? I mean, they have like a game thing on here on stream or whatever. Oh, fuck. There we go. Hello? We back. We back. We back. Oh my gosh, like it's all close up. Ay. Ay, ay, ay. My internet was down for 2 days, then I went off grid for 3 more, and that's when I was doing sus transactions. When I was off the grid. Huh, weird. Different time zone gives a nice broad reach over the globe. I don't watch streams past 8 p.m. my time or before 2 a.m. I have a timeout at some point. Yeah, and you know, it's like, there's so many people in like India and stuff like that, but again, it's like, you know, I think the biggest thing, and again, take it with a grain of salt, because I don't think that necessarily what works for me works for everybody. But just, I mean, if live streaming is the thing, then just like doing it as much as possible. Like the thing, and this has more to do with YouTube than Twitch. I don't know much about Twitch, because Twitch doesn't really have a proper discovery algorithm. Twitch is only like, Twitch, you can pretty much only like either if someone's randomly clicking through stuff, which rarely happens, but Twitch is mostly for bringing people from other places and then like channeling them to your Twitch. But YouTube has like a discovery algorithm, and it will feed your stuff to other people. And the biggest thing that affected any like of my channel has been streaming all the time. And I like, that's why I feel bad when if I don't stream for like 3 or 4 hours at least a day, is because the second that I started streaming like 30 to 40 hours a week versus 10 to 20 is huge. It's huge, 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 huge. You know, doing like 2 hours here or there, 3 hours. I mean, like if you're doing under 10 hours a week of streaming, we got to do more. Because it's like the algorithm just wants you hooked. It's a really like brutal. I feel like they do it on purpose. They make it a grind. The sub 1,000, they'll give you a lot of they'll send you people as you grow and you grow and you grow. That when you become YouTube partner, when you cross the 1,000 threshold and all that stuff, they stop feeding you the same way, and it starts to become a lot more difficult. And it's a weird. I don't know how exactly why or how, but the biggest thing beyond quality of the stream, sound quality, like visual, bigger than thumbnails, bigger than titles, has been frequency. The amount of time that you actually spend streaming. Michael Joseph said, I discovered you through YouTube. I used to use Twitch, but it's saturated with the same shit. Yeah, and I mean, like, no disrespect to anybody who's doing Twitch, and I know a lot of people that are doing Twitch, like dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube and other things, which I think is smart. But I do think that it's like, I also don't know, like YouTube can tell when you're using a third-party app, and I don't know if they can tell if you're streaming to multiple things, and I've always wondered if that affects their algorithm. And not just because of that you're using some other program, but also sometimes I think it eats up so much bandwidth when you're streaming to TikTok, YouTube, and like I even found that when I was streaming to TikTok and to YouTube at the same time, since my internet isn't great, those two things alone was eating up so much that both of my streams wouldn't do as well, because it was detecting, like, they detect how the light in your room, they detect the audio signal and how loud or quiet it is, they detect your internet connection, and they will prioritize you based on those data points as much as anything else. But yeah, I'm just rambling about streaming. Cool. Hey, come to my stream where I talk about stream. If you're a streamer, it would be ridiculous to not broadcast to Twitch and YouTube. I mean, I have not streamed on Twitch at all. And I have not used, I've only focused on YouTube. My biggest focus was making YouTube partner. And to TikTok, despite the lack of... Well, and here's the thing. Like, TikTok gets no engagement. I streamed on TikTok every day for 2 months, and there was nothing. And, I just was like, you know what? I already did that with TikTok, or with YouTube. And I just was like, I don't want to do that. You should hit up Twitch. They give me... Well, I have a Twitch account already up, so it really is just connecting, and that was kind of the whole reason I switched to Streamlabs. Was like, I was like, I want to have multiple things, so I will be like doing the dual stream, and we're gonna be hooking up the internet a little differently here, so it should work out, but it'll be fine. I appreciate you, Michael. Shout out to Michael. Shout out to PersonTube. Shout out to Bailey, Bowen, Jose, everybody who came through it. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Yeah, I heard the money's good on Twitch. We're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep expanding. I'm trying to scale up. You know what I mean? See, and that's another thing. It's like, I don't really do much. I don't do a lot of TikToks. I don't do a lot of shorts. I don't have a lot of clips. So, what's up, Mehul? Hola, Ergonomics. What's up, Mehul Sati? How you doing? But my man, I have been, I've had Cheeber and a couple other homies that have been clipping stuff. So I should be uploading more of those things to, but they're not like, it's tough when gamers, it's like they can like stream, clip something that's funny, or they can clip some moment that's a good gameplay, but I don't use any social media outside of YouTube. I scroll through YouTube shorts and that's how I found you, but just spam your heart out. Get yourself as, that's true, Michael, 100%. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Don't get me wrong. I totally agree. What's cooking? Mayhu said, what's cooking, dog? Just kind of working on random stuff here. I just logged on a little bit ago. We're kind of going through all these songs, seeing how we're feeling tonight. How you feeling? How was your week, bro? Mayhul, I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. Bailey Barnes said, honestly, it's a hard one because I don't have a quote-unquote full-time job. Since I get paid a little from Twitch, I consider it my job. But also I'm a full-time college student. Hard decisions. Yo, but actually those are like beautiful. Those are beautiful problems to have. Those are all good problems to have, my dude. And like, I do think, treating it a little bit like a job is good because it's like sometimes on the days that you don't want to do it, you can still summon the strength where you're like, okay, I still got to do this. I still got to do this. I 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 got to do this. Do this. I got to do this. I can be Buddhist soon. You want to see me rebelling? Mayho said, I have not been getting your notifications. I'm sorry, dog. Please feel free to join the Discord if you haven't. That is where I post every time I'm going live. Otherwise, make sure you have click the bell and all that stuff too when you subscribe. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Eventually, we'll just see those economics type beats that those AI channels are keeping. Yo, Michael, thank you for the kind words, dude. Bailey Barnes said, I could stream every day if I wanted to, but I'm not sure if that's the route I want to take because instead of streaming, I could be creating more content for the platform. That's true. And that is the decision too. Like for me, I don't, I'm less focused on content. Like I never wanted to be a content creator myself. My whole thing for the live streaming was like, I hate marketing my music. I hate the whole business. But this was a way that I could like share my music with people and not have to, and not have to make content, not have to like do like marketing stuff where I'm like, hey, listen to my music or whatever the fuck. And not to hate on anybody who's doing that, but I was just like, my whole thing was I'm just gonna stream the process. And so I've just focused on streaming. Because I don't enjoy editing videos. I don't enjoy doing multiple takes of things as of right now. So that has been a struggle too, because it's like to build anything just based on the strength of a live stream is hard, which has been part of the reason why I think I'm like, oh, the only way I can do the if I'm only live streaming, if I'm not making particularly like compelling long form or short form content, then I gotta live stream all the time. So I do think that if you're not live streaming all the time, that's okay. As long as you're putting out something, like that's good. If you haven't, please don't forget to click the thumbs up and the hearts, guys. We made this one live on stream. So many of these songs are being made live on stream. I love that shit. Person said Discord for the best pics on the internet. Yes, please feel free to join the Discord. We post pictures of our pets. We post music. We post clips of me on the stream being an absolute goofball. All the routes to go. Yeah, Bailey, 100%. Oh, so it is egonomics, not eganomics. It can be whatever you want, bro. My last name is Egan, so it's like usually do Egonomics, but you can call me Egonomics. You can call me Egonomics. I like that. I feel like that's the more like, that's the less Western way, and I like that. It's a little more like, less Westernify. Is that the one you skated to? Wait, so where did I skate to? I wasn't skating. Content creator, that's a questionable statement. I feel it's more of a musical ride with chat and 100%, yeah. I think there are some people who do like actually make like content where they're like trying to make like tutorials, and the other day RJ was even suggesting that I should do, and I'm whenever I say this stuff, I'm not saying that I'm not willing to change, try new things, and I do think that as we've all experienced with live streaming, like, you do have to keep kind of to get new people and keep things fresh, like having some new things to offer. But I do think that for me, I think the long form content that I'm going to focus on is not going to be as much tutorials, but more like music videos type of stuff. But that could change though too. I don't know. Economics. What's up, rap? Oh, scatting. Yes, this is the one that I was being Thundercat to. Shout out to Rapinator, Rapinter, Bailey, Persian, Rap, Mehul. Shout out to Michael Joseph Hayward over in the horizontal stream. I do have 2 streams going, a vertical and a horizontal, so thank you to everybody who's in both of those. If you don't mind, please click the thumbs up, click the hearts as many times as you can. YouTube tracks every single click, every single interaction, so any of that shit helps me. Let's go, let's go. I did it. Pinocchio of raps. Did anyone clip that? I don't know actually. I know where's the homie when you Cheeber when you need him. Yo, thank you for reminding me that. Yo, everybody, make sure that you all subscribe to each other. Just so you guys know, like Bailey Barnes, he live streams often working on music. I always suggest, if I'm not live streaming, check out any of the homies. I know I just saw our homie Lil Introvert and Bailey Barnes both were live streaming today. I did miss both of those live streams, but I suggest everybody subscribe to each other if you can. Support the whole community, man. Yeah, so last night I wasn't able to stream. I intended to, but the premiere of the short film that I scored was playing at the Milwaukee Film Festival. So I got to hear my music for the very first time in a big movie theater, and it was weird. Bailey said, bro, have you looked into Meld yet? You can hotkey. Actually, to be honest, you can hotkey clips in Streamlabs and in OBS too, and I just do the hotkeys stuff. Like some of the really complex, like I don't know. This is why I'm like, oh man, I'm a bad streamer. Cause like people have those like stream decks and they have multiple screens and they're watching like 12 chats, and I'm not good at that. Tube, LOL, painter or artist? I know I gotta get better at that shit. But also, like I said, it's weird. Like I can summon, it's one of those things where I'm like, I can summon the strength to make music and stream for hours on end. But editing like a video and like trying to create like a piece of content is is really a trudge for me. It's really difficult. But again, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, that's me, though. That's my brain. And I do think that, like, Bailey, I think you might be a little more, like, a little better at that. And not to, like, I'm not putting myself down, and I'm not, like, not even comparing, really. You know, it's kind of like, it's hard. LOL, in a movie theater, your own shit playing, nice. Yeah, dude, it was cool, man. It was a little bit like, it was nerve-wracking, dude. I'm sitting there, like, listening to every single thing. The sound system in the theater is also not particularly great. And I don't want to use that as an excuse, but it was like, there were difficulties throughout the night with different, and I don't know exactly what happened. And some of it is it wasn't professionally, like, it wasn't mixed for 5.1 sound. You know what I mean? And I think that's part of the issue, is that I just did a stereo mix, and it's playing on 5.1 speakers, and that, I think that's a huge issue. So that's but also that's what part of this is like, yo, I did it on my computer. I did it in Ableton. I did it with, like, no money. And I learned a lot. And again, it's one of those things where I'm like, I definitely should have taken it. I have a buddy at the studio that my dad used to work at, and he would have totally mixed it for 5.1 stereo sound for free for me, and I just didn't do that. Is Robot here? I've not seen a guy who makes robots yet. He might be asleep already. It is a late night stream tonight, and the homie sometimes goes to bed early, but sometimes he's up crazy late, though, too. If you are in the horizontal stream, if you don't mind, please clicking the thumbs up and the hearts. It helps me a lot. We do have 2 different streams going, a horizontal and a mobile vertical stream as well. 5.1 upgrade. Yeah, I mean, that is, like, and also, like, I do think that at a certain point, you know, I'm gonna have to move some of the music scoring stuff outside of Ableton, just because Ableton is not necessarily the best program to be scoring on. So I do think that is gonna be an eventual, you know, like, I think Ableton is great for the creation and stuff, but I do think at a certain point when it comes to like creating ideas, I think I'll work in Ableton, and I can do some rough, like, just coming up with, you know, like, tone and coming up with the vibe or whatever you want to call it from the picture. I can do that in Ableton easy, but, like, some of the real fine tuning, I think I should be doing in another program. Like, there's quite a few programs that are I think a little bit more built for LOL Ableton. I want my time code. I know, right? Wait a second. What about this? Did you know you could do that? I didn't know that you could do that till now. Yo, Bailey. Damn, the shit you gotta do. Can I use SMPT? Can I use SMPT time code? Live does not generate SMPT natively to send a SMPT time code. Out of live, they're too. That's so whack, though. I didn't know you could change it at the bottom, though. At the bottom of Ableton, you can change it from time to the actual time code. at the bottom there, but it can't. That's interesting. Test it. Cubase is great for film scoring. Cheeber, what's up, guy who makes music? We were just talking about, what's up, Rhea? Guess who's over 100 subs? Let's go, dude. Yes, but you can't do a window burn in Ableton. How y'all doing? I'm feeling good. I know it's weird that Ableton, like, for as much stuff as it has, although I do think that they were like, oh shit, I didn't realize people were gonna be scoring. Ray, you streamed? Wait, I thought Lil Introvert was streaming. I thought you were letting us know about Lil Introvert. Ray, I didn't know you were streaming. Devi? So you tell me I missed Lil Introvert's, I missed Rhea's, and I missed Bailey's stream today. Awesome. I know I was only in the Discord for like a couple of minutes today. I was not on YouTube at all today. I spent the whole day with the girlfriend. Today was her day off, and we slept late. We got Lebanese food for lunch. We ran a bunch of errands. We drove all over town. We drove out of state, then back into the state. Anybody who knows what that means. Yeah, how was it? How did it feel? How did you feel online? Congratulations, Rhea. That's so cool. I am really sorry I missed it. To each and every one of y'all, like, please, I do really, like, I want to see y'all doing it to thrive. I want to lift y'all up when you guys are streaming, for sure. Economics, the amount of crossovers of me and Economics Incorporated in my stream is crazy. It's okay. Promise I'll be back online soon yelling into microphones. Let's go. Don't forget my 2 streams. You streamed as well. So I just missed every. Well, I mean, at a certain point, how can any of us tune in if we're all live streaming? Ray said, honestly, it was pretty awesome. It felt kind of okay. I wasn't super duper nervous or anything. And I don't know, it was nice. Right? It's kind of like, especially when you're in your own like space, you're like, I'm feeling good. Massive shouts. Well, I think that's awesome. We'll just all have to start coordinating so we don't step on each other when we're streaming. Or we should all like link. Can you do co-streams? Isn't that a possibility? You can like collaborate on streams or something. I really like this this whole sound. Happy Wednesday, everybody. If it's Wednesday by you already. Can't believe the week is already half over. That is weird. No shit. Yeah, we should do that. 2 streams type shit. Yo, what's up, Flagpole? Yo, shout out to Hey Heather. How we feeling, y'all? If you're new to the channel, please say what up in the chat. If you haven't, please don't forget to click the thumbs up and the hearts. If you're new, please subscribe. Make sure you have the ability to receive gift memberships turned on. We have a bunch of very generous subscribers who like to gift memberships, so please lock into that. I hope we're all feeling all right. We're gonna make some new stuff tonight. I'm feeling kind of inspired, feeling kind of good. Shout out to all the homies who are live streaming. Shout out to RHX Incorporated. Yo, thank you, Bailey. I appreciate you. Yeah, I forgot to mention that Bailey, that guitar. How's she feeling? Do you have a name for the guitar? So I'm good, just very sore. Why are you sore, Flagpole? 10:40 p.m. LA, baby. Yo, shout out to LA. Shout out to our West Coast homies. Shout out to everybody in the Southwest, the Midwest, up north, down south. All the homies in India, everybody over in Japan. All the homies out in the Middle East, over in Europe. Our homies in Australia. Our homies in New Zealand. All the homies in South America. Love you guys. 12:40. How is everyone's day? How are we feeling? I had my premiere for my short film last night at the Milwaukee Film Festival. I got to hear my music in the theater for the first time. That was crazy. It was a good learning experience. There's a lot of things I want to change already, you know. Said Cheem streams every day at 3 p.m. Nice. I found that like I have lately been struggling getting motivated to stream. I sometimes during the day, especially when I do these late night streams where I stream till like 3 in the morning, I sleep till like 10, 11, 12 because I don't fall asleep till like 4. And then, you know, I don't want to stream right away. I'm all tired. I want to put this song at the end. I'm seriously considering having them take out the song that I put at the end of the movie and do this one instead. Guy who makes music, nice, where are you from? Yo, so rap. Guy who makes robots is the guy, or guy who makes music is the guy who makes robots, right? That's Cheeber. Let's go. Tuesday was hectic with streaming, socializing, such as with person, and a lot of other stuff. Let's go. One feature I never paid attention. I overlooked it. LOL for the longest time is the note function. It was a feature I wanted at Ableton, and I found. Wait, Bailey, explain what is the note function? Me and person talked for like an hour today. What, Arizona? Nice. Yes, it was all about electronics. How'd you know? Was today when I popped into your stream too? I think it was. I can't even remember. That was yesterday, right? Are you talking about Cheeber's live? I almost started live streaming yesterday at the movie theater, but I was like, All right. Bound. I kind of like that. The days be blending. Cheebs, like you're talking about electronics. Hell yeah. Right click on a track, click edit text, and it prompts the box in the left hand corner. You can make notes for each track. Oh, okay, word. Speaking of electronics, I kind of want to live stream the circuit bending. Yo, Rhea, that would be perfect. Also, I think Rhea, you should live stream that with almost the specific intention to like edit that down to an actual like video. You know what I mean? Like set up a couple of cameras, like as if you were live streaming, but then like think in terms of like see how the live stream goes, but don't worry too much about that, and you can just like cut it down over time into something dope too. So what kind of I read through 40 pages to realize I was looking at the ULN instead of Jesus Christ. Cheap was talking about a little project they're working on, making plasma stuff and all kinds of other shit I didn't understand. Something voltage, something schematic, something breadboard. Alien, what's up, Alien babies? Yo, everybody, shout out to Alien. Let's please spam aliens into chat. Shout out to Alien. Shout out to Rap. Shout out to Rhea. Shout out to Cheeber, a.k.a. the guy who makes music. Bailey, I appreciate you, my dude. Is Person still in the chat? If you're new to the channel, please say what up. I do have 2 different streams going, a horizontal and a vertical. So if you're looking at it and you're wondering, who is he talking to? Because there's nobody in the chat. That's because they're in the other chat. Economics, if you come into a robot stream of mine, your brain might explode. You're assuming I have a brain. You're giving me a lot of credit here, bro. I appreciate that. It was weird though. I'm kind of like last night before the premiere of the short film, because it was part of like a bunch of short films that played, and like there was probably like I talked to I think like 70 people. Like I got home and I was like my brain was just like blowing up because I talked to every single person in my industry, people that I've known for a few years, people that I've known for 30 years, like people that I've known since I was a child because my dad has worked in the industry for so long. So that was interesting. I was a little overwhelmed, if I'm being honest. And it's one of those things, where you like replay like your feelings, where you like replay every conversation you had. You're like, gee, I hope I didn't fucking make an absolute fucking fool of myself. It was definitely like it was a lot for my brain. RJ, let's go, Soundboy. Yo, shout out to Soundboy for getting the newest member. How we feeling, RJ, bro? Bro said, can you make a sneaky beat? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Austin, welcome to the channel, homie. RJ, let's go. Yo, RJ, it looks like the gift memberships are working again. Big shout out to RJ, best mod in the game, big homie of the channel. Yo, we love a sneaky one. Yo, Austin, welcome to the channel. Are you new? I believe you're new here. I don't know if I've seen your name before, but sometimes people change their names, so let me know if you've been here. I appreciate each and every one coming through. If you haven't, please click the thumbs up and the hearts. It helps a lot. I'm sorry to beg, but every little tiny bit helps. RJ, congratulations to Binky's Cat for the newest membership. Yes, sir, new here. That's what's up. Austin, let's all welcome Austin to the channel, bro. Austin, tell us a little bit about yourself or share what you feel comfortable sharing. Are you a musician? You just on YouTube and randomly come through? What's your credit card information? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, yo, RJ. Night shift diesel mechanic, that's what's up. Yo, we got nothing but respect for our mechanics in this. We got a lot of different people, musicians. We've got engineers. We've got people that work in lighting. We got people that work in the oil industry. I love that shit. Yo, thank you for the memberships. Thank you for the gifts. Yo, big shout out to RJ. Big shout out to Cheeber. Big shout out to Rhea. Bailey. Yo, congratulations to Marissa Meft Cat. Let's go. Lots of people with cat in their name. I like that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We outside. What's up, chat? We outside today. That's what's up, dog. How are the vibes? I'm feeling good. This is the first time I got to stream today, first time I got to work on music, so I'm excited. We're just kind of starting out here. We're gonna be cooking up. Yo, last night was the premiere of that short film that I was scoring. A lot of you saw me working on that. That was a cool experience. I was telling people about that earlier. I got to hear my music in a movie theater for the first time. That was a very interesting experience. I was like sweaty. I could like feel it was like a Eminem, mom spaghetti moment where I was like, my palms were sweaty. Like, it was weird. A sneaky, spooky beat. Can we see the short? Clip it. Let's go, alien. Yo, thank you, Austin. I appreciate that shit. Please feel free to join the Discord. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and you turn on in your settings the ability to receive a gifted membership. Like you just saw a couple of people get one in the live. We have a bunch of very generous homies that like to gift memberships. So if you're new, All you got to do is subscribe. All you got to do is click the join button, the 3 little white dots in that window, toggle received gift memberships on, and you should get it. It does not cost you a cent, and it allows a bunch of my subscribers to be generous homies. Yo, shout out to Rap. Shout out to Guy Who Makes Robots. Has Cookie seen Cornbird? Yes, he has. Cookie was very excited when he came in. Make sure you have gifting turned on in your settings so you can receive a free gifted membership donated by one of our generous subscribers, one of our handsome, one of our beautiful subscribers. Maybe I'll do like a beginner shed on it. Oh, I think I missed a part of your... Hold on. For real, RHX, the pick makes the guitar look silver, but it's actually a really nice blue. Nice. It's so sparkly. Yeah, dude, I was super jealous. It made me want to buy a new guitar myself. Yo, if you're in this horizontal chat or if you're in the vertical chat, please know I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your participation. You do not have to send me money for me to love you, but it does not hurt. John says, do you make and sell music or just make it? I make and sell music. I do sell music. I have sold music of just a handful. I have a lot of filmmaker friends, and I have licensed some of my music to their documentaries in the past. I also did have a small music cue in the Jurassic World 2 movie trailer, and that was kind of my biggest music cue lately. I haven't pursued a lot of sync licensing opportunities, mainly because I don't like it too much. Austin said you would make a great radio host. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Austin. I appreciate that very much. At the tone, the time will be 12:57 a.m. The 101 is looking a little backed up right now. We do have 45 degrees out there on the east side of the city. Hope everyone's doing well. Radio DJ. I should get a bunch of those sounds where it's like boing, auga, like morning DJ, radio DJ shit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. We have quite a thing. We are going to be selling my virginity alive out here on stream. I need to buy strings. Also the guitar. Oh, yeah, hey, Bailey, how was your experience on Reverb? I've been using Reverb to sell some equipment, some sound and music stuff, and I'm just curious how you're... Yo, can we get a shout out to John C's? John C's? How do you say your last name, bro? He said, do you do synthwave? I don't really have a specific genre, if I'm being honest. I create whatever comes out for better or worse, you know? My approach is a little bit abstract, I think, when it comes to making music. Thank you for coming through, you guys. Like morning zoo noises, yeah. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a wacky wild this morning. Well, your commute to the 808 is backed up all the way to La Brea. We do have the 101. It is about a 2-hour from downtown to the interchange. I don't know how those guys keep doing that shit though. Means so much to have each and every one of you here in the live stream with me. If you're new to the channel, shout out to Braden, shout out to Kaiser. Please turn on your beat again. Nice to jam to with some slow crunch. Yo, Kaiser Thompson over in the horizontal stream. Salute. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, introduce yourself, say what up to the chat. I do have 2 different streams going. I have a horizontal wide screen and I have a mobile vertical. There is more people in the vertical, but if you like the horizontal, I am checking both chats, so please feel free to join either one. But if you're wondering who I'm talking to, it's probably people in the vertical chat. I can see you hosting on V100. V100. Milwaukee's source for R&B and rap. Shout out to the guy who makes robots. I miss that legend. I miss Robot Guy. He bet me $1 million and booked it. Still love the guy. Hello, I'm new. My friends, I gotta hit the bed. Got some college work to hit up tomorrow. Everyone have a great day. Welcome to all the new folks. Yo, let's all give a big shout out to Bailey. I appreciate you coming through. Bailey, everybody make sure you subscribe to Bailey. And like I said, if I'm not streaming, go watch Bailey. If he's not streaming, go watch Rhea. If she's not streaming, go watch Cheeber. If he's not streaming, well then, god damn it, get off the internet. But for real, please, you guys, support each other. Let's all lift each other up. You know, obviously, I want your support, but I want y'all to, I want everyone to thrive. So. But shout out to Bailey, a fellow music producer, fellow artist. Very lucky to have him gracing the virtual stage here. He posts his music and photos and participates a lot in the Discord, so please feel free to join. We keep the Discord nice and chill. Yes, please, sleep well. Bailey, thank you for always bringing the vibes, bro. And literally, like, every time Bailey comes into the chat, I learn something new about music. Very grateful for all and every one of you. Each and every one of yours. Each and every one of yours. How was my day? My day was wonderful. I slept late. Like I said last night, I had the premiere of the short film that I scored. I am working on trying to get that short film once it's... I think they're playing it at a couple other film festivals, and they're not allowed to release it publicly until it has completed its festival run. So after that's done, I am going to be looking into trying to have it released as like a collaboration here on YouTube for y'all. Because there's a lot of you that were in the chat and in the stream while I was working on that film. So I would love for y'all to be able to see it in its completed factor with all the special effects. And I mean, it's just a silly, dumb, little like sci-fi horror short film that I made the music to. It's nothing, I'm not trying to paint it as some amazing work of art, but also I don't want to sell it short. It's a fun little thing. I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of all the homies that made it. Just another example of what this state can do. Austin, what's up? Shout out to Austin. Like I said, Austin, please make sure you are subscribed and make sure you have the ability to receive gift memberships turned on. Big shout out to RJ. Economic Slapkin on the job. Cheeber's basically live whenever you aren't live. I know, but you gotta know that, like, I totally want to drop in whenever you guys are live, but when I'm not on YouTube, I stay off YouTube a lot, and I should be better. I should be checking out. I should be hopping on more. But like when I stream for like 4 or 5 hours, like I want to get off YouTube as quick as I can. Which is or I don't hop, like it's become like a, I gotta get better about that. I gotta get better about at least checking in. But please, you guys, like I saw at least today, I knew I missed streams because I did pop into the Discord when I posted that hoodie that the hoodie that I almost bought. I woke up at the time randomly. That's what's up. Yeah, super blue. Definitely proud of you again. Yo, thank you, Rhea. I appreciate that. Ooh, should I make coffee? No, I shouldn't make coffee. Right? That's what's up. Every. Yo, Austin, dude, I just looked at your channel, bro. Your dog is freaking adorable, dude. Also, Austin, just so you know, you do have your license plate. I'm assuming if that is your car, you do have your license plate on your... I don't think it matters, really. I don't know. But just so you know, in case you didn't see. Because now I know you live in New Jersey. Yo, shout out to everybody in each chat. If you're in the horizontal or vertical stream, I appreciate that. I wake up every day at 6:30 for work except for the weekends. Damn. Yo, I wake up only when I have a job. And I only have a job like once a week, maybe. Coffee. Economics don't feed your addiction. I performed like 45% of my discography tonight on stream. That's what's up. I work at a vet clinic. Aw. You know, I think you had mentioned that, but that makes perfect. Flagpole, you totally have like vet tech energy, and I mean that in a nice way. I thought you were self-imploding. No, self-employed. Woo. Oh, yeah. I love animals. Lucky, except the stress parts. Guess who's sorting out a medical... Animal. Yo, shout out to V. Speaking of animals. Hi, baby. The star of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Sam, I'm literally on the bus station on my way to school. Shout out to Sam. I hope you have a great day at school, brother. Flagwell said, yes, I wake up early so I can go to the clinic and open it up and get everything ready for the vet. Take care of the animals, like make sure they have the right medications and food. That's awesome. Yo, salute to Flagpole for keeping the animals safe, keeping them strong. I'm assuming you enjoy that, huh? I feel like working in a veterinary clinic must be kind of nice. Probably not without its stress, but also like working with animals. Ooh. Like cute little puppies and kitties. Like you get to see little cute kitties like V every day. Yeah. Oh, my sweet girl. Look at how pretty she is. Hi. You like hanging out here while I'm working on music? You like being in here with me? She's like, yes, but I do not like that you are perceiving me. She does not like to be perceived. Yo, shout out to Austin. Damn, I wish I could give high quality food. Like they're like babies. Yes, my goal is to be a vet one day. That's what's up. Let's go. Guy who makes music says, I summon RHX. At least let her get her coffee first. Let the woman get her coffee. Kaiser Thompson said, I think it must be a hard job when people end the lives of their pets. That's true. That is... You do also, like, as a vet, have to see people at people and animals at, like, their worst. That actually is a good point. I'm just thinking about, you get to see animals every day. I'm like, yeah, you get to see sick animals a lot, I guess. I forgot she was getting coffee. It's okay. What's up, Bowen? Yo, shout out to Bowen, guy who makes music, Flagpole, Rap, Pinter, Rapinator, Austin, Rhea, PersonTube. Big shout out to the homie Bailey, RJ. Shout out to John C. Shout out to Braden, Kaiser, Thomas, Michael, Joseph, Hayward. Everybody who's come through so far, thank you for kicking it. I can't believe it's already been 73 minutes in the live. That's crazy. Bowen says, sorry. Bowen, sleep good night as in Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas. Austin. Yeah, some of these beats are like, meh, they're fine, I guess. Rap, is that something that actually happened to you, man? I'm so sorry, brother. That's so horribly sad, bro. Oh, so freaking sad, brother. That's kind of fun sounding. Tutti tutti tut. Radadan shutu. Yo, shout out to Bowen. Flagpole said, I don't do that myself, but there is a back room that they have at the clinic where they put them down. But the clinic I work at only puts them down if they're sick or too old or too sick. Aw. My German Shepherd, it was 9 months. It didn't know better. Oh, buddy. Yo, Rap, I'm so sorry, brother. That is heartbreaking, man. That's so sad for the little puppy that just didn't know anything. That's very, very sad, bro. That made me so sad. That made me so sad. Mm-hmm. Let's do some. Not fair, so fucking dumb. Maybe those fuck asses should have kept better eyes on their dumb dog who just hopped the fence. Like, it's so dumb. Your dog literally did what this was wrong. I'm gonna head to bed. I took some medicine and it's kicking in. Plus, I gotta get up early. And sorry that happened, Rap. Yo, salute to Flagpole. Heather, thank you for coming through. Always appreciate you coming by. And thank you for taking care of the animals. Thank you again for stopping by, hanging out, and everything for the whole stream. Let's go. And my dog's name was Tookie, some OG. So you're welcome, beautiful. Hope you guys have a great night. Aw. Bowen said, cooking chicken soup, tub. Yo, guys, don't forget, if you're able to, please click the hearts. Click the thumbs up if you haven't. All of that helps. Such an interesting. Yeah, I feel bad sometimes because it's like I really do try to like keep an eye on the Discord. I try to check in. I do try to check YouTube, but I'm admittedly like I'm online so much that I really try to focus on like when I'm offline to not be online too much. Just cause I'm online already so much and I'm like, I gotta like make sure I focus on my girl. I can't like be on my phone the whole time we're at lunch and sometimes I just gotta unplug a little bit, especially cause it's just like, it's all so overwhelming sometimes, so. I appreciate the Rhea. Rhea, what's your plan? Are you streaming tomorrow? Like, what are you thinking in terms of your, how much are you trying to stream? Because I do want to, like, try and make it through to everybody's stuff, but... The super... Did Cheever miss much? Tell her you want that paper. Super loose schedule. I'll start posting up the links. Yo, shout out to Bowen. I might stream some tomorrow too, I think. Maybe before 6 p.m., but I don't know yet. My sleep schedule is just some serious fuck shit. So it's hard to play. Yeah, I totally feel you on that. 6 p.m. Tomorrow morning, keyboard, please. RHX, we have closed time zones then. That's 3 p.m. The LA time. I think you're an hour behind me, right? Nice. Don't forget to click the hearts. Don't forget to click the likes. Don't forget to click the hearts. What's up, light years? How we feeling, dog? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the homie Troy. Shout out to Rap Pintor. Shout out to guy who makes robots. Rhea, Bowen. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Heather. Shout out to RJ who's probably lurking. I appreciate y'all. I hope everyone had a wonderful Tuesday night. We're cooking up some weird shit tonight. I don't know what this is. Chilling, man. Hope your night is going well. Yeah, dude, it's been all right. We just logged on about an hour ago or so. I didn't do shit all day music-wise. I didn't stream it all yesterday. Yesterday was too stressful, man. Like I had the premiere of this short film that I scored the music for, and it was playing at the film festival last night at the Oriental. And there was this like industry mixer thing at a bar down the street. So like I hadn't eaten all day. I didn't originally have tickets to go see the movie at the premiere, and then so I showed up at this pre-party, and like luckily I didn't drink because I just had not had any food, so I just drank a bunch of water. But there was like 150 people in there, and all these people in the film industry that like I was just so burned out by the end of the night. But we finally made our that was at like 5. And then we made our way over to the movie theater at like 7:30, and then the short films thing was like 2.5 hours long. So it didn't get, I wasn't like home till like 11. What's up, Lurzo? Welcome back, homie. Thanks for coming through, Lurzo. Shout out to Lurzo. React. Shout out to 999 light years. Kaiser Thompson. Anybody else who's in the horizontal chat, thank you for being here, guys. If you haven't, please don't forget to click the thumbs up. And again, I do have 2 separate streams here on YouTube, a vertical mobile stream and a horizontal widescreen. Feel free to watch whichever one you want. I bet that social battery was burnt. Yes, dude, on no food. Like the only food I had that whole night was like a large popcorn, Twizzlers, and like a big ass Coke. And then I just had, dude, it was, and I ate an edible. It was bad. It wasn't bad. It was good. And it was a really valuable experience because I really, like, again, you know, I really should have, in retrospect, I didn't even think about it because I had no, I had no incentive to worry about it, but I did not mix the score in like 5.1 surround sound, and I really think that affected how it sounded in the theater, unfortunately. Lurzo said, what are we doing today? We're just trying to save the world, my guy. Swimming in the shadows. What's up? Said cooking up some fire. Welcome. But I'll get better LMO and post up next. Yo, Rhea, this all good. Cheeb has a new setup. What kind of new setup, bro? A magic setup. Oh, new magic. Jamming. Saving the world one beat at a time. It was a lot, but it was cool, man. It was that nervous feeling. It's the same feeling that like when you, I don't know if like whenever you release a music, you upload it and you're like, oh, I'm putting it out there. Even when I upload something on SoundCloud, even I'm like, I get a little like thrill. But it was also like, man, it was like, if you're doing like a short film, and this is no disrespect to the film festival, because God bless them, and it was a bunch of really talented filmmakers who were all showing their short films that they had worked really hard on, and I don't want to take away from that, but like the Q&A part should not be longer than the actual short film that was presented. Like you shouldn't have a 12-minute short film and then do a 15-minute Q&A about it and then have 7 short films, because then you got a half hour for each short film and you have 7 of them, and it turns into like a 3-hour thing. And I was like, I get claustrophobic, and I don't know, I just didn't want to deal with it. Cheeb has cleaned off all the table and drawers and got more organizers to put on display, plus like a lot more. Guy who makes robots, did you fix your computer yet, bro? Very nice, very nice. Really, I always feel this anxious when I drop. That's so interesting. It's that feeling right before, and once you click it, you're like, whew, like there's nothing else you can do. And like that's how I felt once leading up to the film. I was like, and then once it was like on the screen and I could hear it, and I was like, okay. And each point I was like, okay, we're coming up on this part of the score that I really liked. And sometimes I'd be like, fuck yeah, that was exactly how I wanted it to. And a couple times it was like, ooh, that didn't hit how I wanted it to. And I do think of some of it, and again, no disrespect to the people who edited it and the people who worked on it, but we did not mix this in like a professional studio. This was done in my buddy's like bedroom with some worse speakers than I have. And I do think that the sound mix and the score just was either overcompressed or just was off, because it just sounded a little bit squished or something. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, again, it's like it was a good experience. And frankly, it's like, you know, I didn't get paid for it. So I'm like, it's not like it's like, oh man, I really let somebody down. I'm like, no, they got a free score, you know, and I learned some shit. That's what it was supposed to be. Braden White, how you doing, brother? Computer and 3D printer still broken. Oh, I'm sorry, dog. I love the feeling of dropping a new one. It's like, sigh. Okay, now I die. If I die, at least it's out here. Yo, me and my girlfriend were talking about this today when she was like, I was like, man, it's so sad that we all have this inevitable death, you know? Actually, it was really funny. We were on the highway and we were talking about like death. And I was like, man, it's so crazy how like, it's so sad that we're all doomed to eventually die. And she said, yeah, that's really sad. And then she looked over and she said, Arby's is open 24 hours? And I was like, I'm going to marry this girl. I was like, that is the most adorable thing to say after talking about the, I was like, she was like, it just brought me right back to like, hey, life is short and Arby's is open 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen. So life is good. Shout out to my beautiful girlfriend. But we were also talking about, she was like, hey, when you die, I have hours and hours of live stream footage that I can watch. And I was like, oh, and actually, I was like, babe, when you watch this, you're going to see me talking about you a bunch when you were asleep. And I'm like, this will always be here. So I love you. I'm sorry I died if you're watching this and I died. Sorry about that. But I'm always alive. I live in the walls. I promise if I pass away, I will live in each one of your walls. Okay, guys? And I'll be, but in like a cool way. Not like a creepy way, but in like a cool way. I'll make your room cooler. You'll always have one wall of your room, and you're going to be like, that's a cool ass wall. And it's going to be me in that wall. Say, yeah, shit happens. Truth. How was your day, Lightyear? So fucking cute. You two are my favorite ever. Oh, Rhea, thank you. Shout out to Economics' girlfriend / wife. She is such a living in the momenter. Oh my god, yes, 100%. Well, and also it's like, and it's funny because it wasn't even like she was like trying to not think about it. Her brain that's just how she's like ADD, and she's like, yeah, that's sad. Arby's is open 24 hours. I was like, hell yeah. Like back to reality. Oops, there goes Rabbit. Arby's is open 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen. Get it. What's up, Soundboy? Yo, Soundboy is over in the horizontal stream right now. He is the newest recipient of our gifted memberships from our homie and one of the best admins in the game. My personal homie, basically my cousin, RJ. Soundboy, that was who gifted you your membership, so congratulations on that. You can use the emojis. Now your name is green, and now all is right with the world. Now that Soundboy has a membership, all wars have ended officially, immediately. The second you receive that, Iran, Ukraine, the whole world in peace. Shout out to Arby's, said Austin. Yes, shout out to Arby's. Please sponsor the stream. It's amazing that you guys are open 24 hours. That's incredible. Lightyear said it was good. Working on some templates for my DAWs. That's what's up. So, Lightyears, are you still mainly working at Ableton, or are you switching between? You doing FL, or What's the where are you at production wise? How you feeling about everything? Are you still working in the UAD, like Universal Audio world and stuff like that, or say Unity? Soundboy, how's your day, brother? And everyone now has cancer. There's always a trade-off. Chibo lip sync to all your streams. Yo, shout out to guy who makes robots. I appreciate you, brother. Just a streamly reminder, if you haven't, please don't forget to click the thumbs up. Smash the hearts a little bit. If you're holding your phone in your hand, just smash the screen until it's cracked. Thank you, you guys. It means so much to me. And thank you for bearing with me. Sometimes I have to go through all these different songs to remind myself of the ones that I like and the ones that I hate. Layer said Ableton Core, then I will run Nuendo or Luna for post. Nice. What's Luna like? Ooh, my neck. My dad loves Nuendo. He's always been a Nuendo fan, but I've never really worked in Nuendo too much myself. But I've never used Luna. Soundboy said, long day just blazing through the internet, seeing what's cooking. That's what's up, dude. It's better than Pro Tools, in my opinion. Are you talking about Luna or Nuendo or both? Yo, Rap said, gotta go. Take care, guys. Yo, shout out to Rap. Rap, you're a legend. Rap has been a legend on this channel for quite a while. We had people spend over $100 to get him a gift membership. He was in a bunch of live streams and did not receive. Literally $100 worth of gift memberships were sent, and he did not receive one. And then one day, the world changed. What if Chiba isn't holding a phone? What if it's a Samsung? Yo, if you're watching this stream on a Samsung refrigerator, that's some baller shit, bro. I remember a couple of years ago, I did there's a NBA player, or now he plays in the European leagues. But there was a basketball player named Serge Ibaka, and he was on the Milwaukee Bucks briefly. And he had a YouTube channel where he would like cook food for his teammates. And then he would it would be like something weird, like bull testicles or something exotic. And the product tie-in was the like Samsung smart refrigerator that they were using. And it was so funny, this product tie-in. And then he like fed Giannis and Drew Holiday a bunch of like weird food, and they were like, what is this? And then one time Serge called Giannis while Giannis was asleep, and Giannis got pissed and answered the phone. You can watch it on Serge Ibaka's YouTube channel. And he picked up the phone, and he was like, hey, Giannis. And Giannis was like, you're nothing. He's like, you're a place setter. You don't do. He like talks shit, and then literally like a month or two later, Serge Ibaka was off the Bucks, and then a few months later after that, he was out of the NBA. So it was definitely. I was like, ooh, that was a weird one to sit into. And actually, that was that job. I did the shoot with Giannis, and then I was scheduled to do the shoot with Aaron Rodgers, and I got COVID right after that, and so I wasn't able to do the interview with Aaron Rodgers from the Packers. But that was a weird shoot. Yeah, I was like, it was a weird, where I'm like, is Giannis pissed at Serge? Like, what is going on? He sounded like, I was like, it sounded the way that I feel when I'm woken up from a nap, where I'm like, I hate all of you. Like, whoever wakes me up from a nap is fucked, because I'm gonna be so mad. But that was a weird shoot. And then that was the first time that I got COVID, And so after that, it was like, eh. And I turned out to be, everything was fine, you know. But it was that was like 2022, I think. So it'd be like that sometimes, yeah. It's a big same. I absolutely relate so much with that. I don't know what it is about waking up from like when I wake up in the morning, I'm not cranky. I'm like fine. I'm like in a good mood usually. Even if I'm really tired, I'm usually like, let's get some coffee and let's get this shit going. But if I take a nap and somebody wakes me up, I'm like, dude, I am a monster. I am a monster. Let's see what some of these weird ass songs are. Michael said, "How old are you?" My age is undisclosed. I'm older than time itself. Soundboy said, "I hate mornings no matter what." That is something that has changed as I've gotten older. But also keep in mind, I'm self-employed and I work like 3 times a month sometimes. So like I have so much time to just sleep that the few times in the month where I have to wake up early, it's because I'm like making rent for the day. So I'm usually pretty jazzed. If I have to work and it's because I'm waking up early. And if I'm waking up early, that means I'm making money. And so I'm usually pretty like, but it's also like I said, when the difference between like me at 20 and me at my age now is very different. Yo, shout out to Lightyear, shout out to Soundboy, shout out to Kaiser Thompson if he's still in the chat. You wake me up from my nap and it's not gonna be good for you. Although I guess now that I take stimulants, I can never fucking... Yo, and Rhea, actually, my girlfriend just read this thing about her medication, which is a similar thing to what you take. And she said that her doctor said that, like, sometimes when you're waking up, you should wake up, take your meds, go back to sleep, and then when you wake up, you'll wake up like nothing. It'll already be in your system, so when you open your eyes the second time, you'll be rejuvenated. It'll have kicked in and it'll be in your bloodstream. And they said that sometimes that helps like distribute it more evenly to the body or something. I don't know. Being abruptly wakened is a pet peeve of mine. I feel you, Michael. I'm a monster. Michael said, "I'm 30. My question wasn't meant to disparage you, dude. Sorry if that came off as rude." It did not come off as rude at all, my guy. Not at all. I usually don't just willingly tell people my age, but I also like I'm old as fuck, bro. I'm unk status of quite unk, but I did not take any offense at that. You can always ask me nothing's gonna offend me, brother. There's very few things you can do that are gonna offend me, Michael. Don't worry. And especially if you got a green name in the chat, you'd have to go pretty far to piss me off. You know, if you say something that I'm like, ooh, I don't feel comfortable with that, or even if I disagree, I may respond, but I'm never going to be mad, dude. We don't have to agree on everything for us to be like homies in the chat, and there's not a lot that you can say to like hurt my, like, you know, people can call me all kinds of shit. It's not going to, so you did nothing but show love, so I got no problem with that. He said, I asked that question during a totally different train of thought. No, it's all good. I have a lot of people ask my age because some people think I'm way younger. Some people think I'm way older. Nobody can track me. They're like, he's super immature, but he's so handsome. But he also seems to like have some experience and have a normal like job, but also he's so immature, but also so handsome. I'm assuming that's what everyone's saying. Everyone's talking about how handsome I am. I'm so handsome. Hi, I'm Sean. I'm very handsome.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sean, and I'm very handsome. What's up, Wiz Paparazzi? Soundboy said, I'm 48. Yuck. Now that's old. 48 ain't old. Age, man, age is like just a mindset, bro. You know? 99 says I'm 67 years old. What? Wait, Troy, you've been through a lot in the last few years. Shit. Wiz says, should I guess your age? You can feel free. Feel free to try and guess my age. Michael said, I was gifted a sub. I can't afford to be green. You're all good. I mean, keep in mind, just so you guys know, the membership tier that I have 2 membership tiers. One is 99 cents a month and one is $4.99 a month. So when you get gifted a membership, you are being gifted the 99 cent a month one. So it's nothing crazy. It's not it's not $5 a month or anything like that. We made a nice cheap tier for everyone to be able to get one. So they wake me up fast. They're instant release. Nice. 15 minutes and I'm flying right into the studio. This was up, Rhea. Hey, Economics, what's your social security number? I'll tell you I'm going to post it in the Discord, guys. I'll be posting my social security number in the Discord, so please feel free to join the Discord. It is free for everybody. Only requirement is you have to post your social security number. Just kidding. For the transcript, that was entertainment. That was a joke. Just a joke. Just a hilarious joke. A guy who makes music says, so minors and adults are the same. No. No, they are not. That is not what I meant. Crispy Backwoods says, I'm bringing back the Chaplin mustache. I hope I don't get kicked out of art school. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Crispy Backwoods. Yo, that is some funny shit, bro. Real men never grow up. They just become wiser toddlers. Funny thing about numbers, human made them social aspects. So minus, finally, equality. I assume you're talking about American dollars. 99 cents is essentially $100. Yo, I actually have noticed that one of my subscribers, her name is I Do Be Farting. Shout out to I Do Be Farting. And she has been super generous and gifted so much to the chat, and she sends Canadian dollars though, and I noticed I can see how much. I'm like, damn, the Canadian dollar. But although money across the world, I know said yipes, Crispy. I know I didn't totally get what Crispy said. It's kind of unhinged, but. Crispy, you're a weirdo. I respect weirdos. But even that's a little much for me, man. Wiz said 35. Soundboy said my body hurts. I definitely don't feel young. Yo, that is the tough thing about aging. Said this song makes me tired. Let's keep going. Let's keep digging through. Let's keep digging through. Oh. A bunch of these were just like one-off, so I'm not sure which ones need to be actually continuously worked on. Thank you for clicking the hearts and the likes and everything, guys. It means a lot to me. Shout out to all the homies in the chat. Michael Joseph Hayward said, one of your subscribers is also named Michael Joseph Hayward, and he's broke as fuck, and my dollar is worth 60% of yours, despite Canada having the widest rate of farmland of North America. Yo, salute to our Canadian brothers and sisters to the north. We love ya. I don't understand why things are the way they are, and I'm sorry. But we got nothing but love for y'all. Ooh, darling. Man, okay, I want to start a new song. I said we try a bit too hard, but we just can't fight you, so it's a GG. I love America too. Yo, it's not even a competition. I didn't vote for this or him. I voted for free weed. Truth. True dat. Legalize it. Why oh? Don't criticize it. Oh no, am I gonna get canceled because I did a Bob Marley impression? Fuck. Oh well. Sorry guys. Let's just chop some stuff up. I don't know about all these samples from Splice, you know? Usually I'm pretty, like, unimpressed. Yeah, fucked. We're gonna be okay, though. We're gonna be okay. Just a reminder, though, guys, one of the things about this channel that I've been really, really careful about is we keep it politics free. Mainly because as weird as it might sound, I want this place to be somewhere where everybody can come, regardless of political affiliation, regardless of gender, regardless of race, religion, anything. I want everyone to feel welcome and loved here as the person that they are, and nothing beyond that. So, you know, like liberal, you know, right, left, you know, whatever you are, this is a place in which I want people to be. I just want positivity. I don't want divisiveness. I don't want to. I spend enough of my, you know, outside of my life, off of the internet, like talking about that stuff. So, in this place, I really do try to lean into this just being a spot where we can all just fucking chill. We can talk a little bit of shit, but like, you know, the only thing we hate here is pedophiles. That's the shit. That's the one thing we fucking do not. We're not cool with. Outside of that, yo, you're welcome here as long as you bring love and you show respect and love to everybody in the chat and all the subscribers here. That's all I care about. That I want everyone to show love. You know what I mean? And I want this to be a place where we can all like show each other like the truth about humanity, which is that we are all not so different. And regardless of political affiliation or your social beliefs or your economic beliefs, your political beliefs, or your religious beliefs, or whatever the fuck you believe in, that at the very core of it, that we are just fellow human beings on this earth for a very short amount of time. And it is not worth it to spend time hating each other over dumb shit. You know? Because it's all just talent. It's all just love. And we should just all respect each other. And you know, I'm not on that fuck shit. So we love everyone. I don't give a fuck about shit. And you could quote me. I don't give a fuck about shit. Yeah, this is a place where it's like all I want to focus on is love, and I want to focus on music. Love and music. And you know, again, like I said, whatever your gender is, whatever your race is, whatever religion you are, whatever your political belief is, as long as you move with love, that's it. Yeah, no fuck shit. What's up, Darth Cracker? Welcome to the channel. He said, what's up, Unk? That's what they call me. It is very possible to just meet in the middle and be like, agree to disagree and jam out. I agree. And especially, like, here's the other thing, is we're not going to solve a lot of social issues in this stream. The only thing we can do is the only thing that we can affect within this chat and within these moments that we share together is how we treat each other. And so, you know, if someone says something that you don't like, show them love. You know what I mean? Because we're not going to try and change people's minds. All we're going to do is move with love. And that's all we've been doing since the inception of this channel. You know what I mean? Agreed. Cheeber, hell yeah, Michael. Shout out to Austin. Unless you disagree with me, then you're just wrong in its hands. Shout out to Rhea. Shout out to Austin, guy who makes music. Shout out to Rhea, RJ Radula, Michael Joseph Hayward. Shout out to Light Years. Shout out to Soundboy. Shout out to Wiz. I don't know if the homie Kaiser's still in the chat, but shout out to Darth Cracker. We love you all. Tomato. This channel has forced me to be an extrovert and not an introvert. You can be an extroverted introvert or an introverted extrovert. It's tamatoe. Tamatoe. Wait, how would you say that? Tamatoe. No, genuinely, economics forces me to be an extrovert. The only thing we can affect are your beats. Yeah, and I you know, like, I just want this to be like a good place. I just like too much tribalism in the world, man, where everybody feels like we all gotta like align on everything. And it's like, bro, the one place I want to align on is I love you as a fellow human being. You know what I mean? And even if you'd like have things I don't believe or agree with, even if I vehemently disagree with some of the things that you might believe in or feel very strongly about, even in spite of that, I have love for you. As if you hate the things that I love, I still have love for you. It might create a situation in which it's an untenable way forward, but I still love you. You know what I mean? And I think that is like it's a tenet of nonviolent, you know, conflict resolution, which is like just move with love, move with fucking love. And I'm sorry if that sounds soft, or if I'm sorry if that sounds like just fucking weird or whatever, but êtes-vous de langue maternelle français? Uh-oh. Wait, does that mean Michael Joseph Hayward is from Quebec? I can understand some French. I don't know what the heck that say though. Yo, shout out to Rhea. Also, all I'm aware of is that you're a fan of Idea and Aesop Rock. We're inherently cool. That is what up. Yo, salute to Michael Joseph Hayward. And rest in peace to Idea, and salute to Aesop Rock. And fuck heroin. If you are fucking with opiates, or you know anybody who is fucking with opiates, stop. That shit is not good for you. I have lost too many friends to that shit, and that is what we lost Idea to. We've lost a lot of homies. That's how we lost Mac Miller, you know? It is not 2005 anymore. Streets is not safe for anybody. I am the Senate. But for real, guys, I am the Senate. Shout out to the Senate, because I am the Senate. Yeah, Aesop's incredible. I mean, Aesop has been executing at such a high level since the first time I heard his shit. I don't know, what's y'all's favorite Aesop rock? I mean, None Shall Pass is a pretty amazing album. Labor Days is a pretty amazing album. Soundboy says clean since 2009. That is what's up, dude. Congratulations, Soundboy. Shout out to the future because I am the future. ASAP Rocky? No, Aesop Rock. Although, shout out to ASAP Rocky. Because ASAP Rocky is also like... It's funny that ASAP and Aesop both came out of New York. And both have like such a distinctly different sound, but... So I'm not from Quebec, LOL. I'm from Southern Ontario. I have no political element either, and I'm sorry if I made your stream a bit political. No, Michael, it's okay. You don't have anything to apologize for. Like, I actually, like, to be honest, when you bring it up, I appreciate it because, like, we do like to talk about it sometimes and just establish, like, there's no, like, rules for the channel, you know, other than, like, be positive and spread love, you know? And if somebody says something that either offends you or you don't agree with, you know, it is a situation where you just got to agree to disagree, show love. If people get, like, aggressive or negative in the chat, they get handled because we don't stand for that shit. But if they get handled, it's not because I disagreed with their political alignment or whatever. It's that, you know, you can't say anything mean about anybody in the chat, you know? Juan Hernandez said the Aesop Rock is awesome. Daylight Nightlight is my favorite Aesop. Yes. Oh, wait. Is that where I'm from? I'm close to Toronto. And don't groom people. Yes. Agreed. A guy who makes music. That is the number one. That's another big rule of the channel. No grooming. Yes. For real, though. That is... You know, it's not necessarily a family-friendly stream, and we do have some younger homies in the chat, and we have some older folks in the chat. So that is another thing, is that we try and protect the younger homies. You know, always show respect, and always you know, like, I'm not saying no swearing, and I'm not saying like don't say anything, you know, naughty, but just, like, you know, stand up for the younger folks and have a little patience for the younger folks as well, because they're coming at it, you know. And just remember also, your brain does not finish developing till you're 25. So if you're 20 and you're thinking you're pretty smart, and I say this with love, but you're not. You got a ways to go. Your brain is not fully developed, and wait until the hormones, you know, calm. Says all the curse words. That's so funny. Austin said None Shall Pass is a good song from him. Dude, None Shall Pass is a good album too, bro. Yeah, we keep this, we like to keep this a family-friendly fucking stream, alright, guys? We make sure that all the fucking families feel real fucking happy about being in this fucking stream. Let's keep it PG, guys, for all these motherfucking families and shit, right? Shout out to all the motherfucking families out in this motherfucker. Whoop whoop, wah wah wah. Air horn, air horn, air horn. Auga, ching ching ching. Auga. Let's go. Let's go. Anyone under 20 has a ways to go. I used to play in London all the time. I'm from KW. Oh, I misread that, Michael. Yo, shout out to all our Canadian homies in the chat. Thank you for kicking it with me so late, guys. I know it's fucking super late. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to get something to drink. If you don't mind while I'm up, please, if you haven't, click the thumbs up. Please tap the hearts as many times as you can. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure you have gift memberships and the ability to receive them turned on if your name is Gray. If you're not, please just talk amongst yourselves. And also, again, please share with me your favorite A$AP Rock album or song. And also, give me your top 5 rappers. Top 5 rappers, go. Okay, I'm back. Economics is leaving us in the wilderness. No Regrets by A$AP is pretty dope. Yo, I like my favorite A$AP Rock song is 9 to 5ers Anthem. Lice and None Shall Pass. That's what's up, Juan. Shout out to Juan Hernandez. Even though you don't listen to rap, do you have a favorite rapper? Otherwise, London dope. Myself. I'm from London, Ontario, but I've moved. I'm now in Port Dover. Joey Valence and Bray are my favorite. So you don't listen to rap, but you're a rapper. My guy who makes music is a goofball. Yo, I also really like Prof. Yo, Prof is good too. I remember talking about Prof in like 2009, and people were like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" Or wait, that might have been 2013. I forget. I do have a very strong affinity for hip hop. Sometimes I say a little rap. Sometimes I say a little rap into a mic. Seblo, ICP, RHX, Economics, and that's it. Yo, shout out to guy who makes robots, dude. You a real one, dog. For real, though. Shout out to RJ. If you're still in the chat, I hope work is going well, my guy. Homies over there just hustling. Every day we hustling. Hey, yo, I'm in that list. That's me. It was so funny. So yesterday, I linked up with some of the crew members that I've worked on a bunch of different stuff in town. So I was with two of the grips and one of the makeup girls. And she's an old friend of mine for a long time. And we were sitting there and we watched one of the short films. And then at the end of the short film, they were running the credits. And then it said hair and makeup. And then it said her name. And she was like, wait, what? And she's like, I don't remember working on that. And then it turned out that she had worked on it like 3 years earlier. but but she was like, wait, she was like sitting next to me like, that's my name. And I was like, you didn't know you worked on this movie? She was like, no. Shout out to RJ. Shout out to Ketchup Chips, but not Ketchup Popcorn. My favorite ICP song is How to Catch a Predator or My Axe. Also, Death Grips. It's funny, like, I don't know a lot of ICP songs, to be honest, but those guys crack me up. Every single thing I've ever seen of ICP has made me like smile. I think those guys are silly as fuck. They don't take themselves too seriously. They've done everything on their own terms, which I respect. Mine is probably What is the Juggle or The Dating Game. No shit. My Axe is my buddy. See, you guys are making references I don't understand. But I guess shout out to ICP. Bunch of goofballs. Shout out to ICP. I fuck with ICP. They're fucking weird and I love it. Dating Game is probably the song title of on the album. Oh, nice. You know, actually, it's funny because yesterday when I was at this, like, before the premiere of the short film, there was this like industry mixer of all the people in the film industry here in town. And so I went to that because it was thrown by a buddy a homie who runs the camera house here in town that has just been around for forever, and he's a great guy and friend of my dad's, and so we went to that, and I ran into an artist friend of mine. He goes by Dwellefant, and we were just talking. We don't get the chance to like hang out a lot, but we've known each other for like 15 years, over 15 years. And we've been in the same like art scene. He's been involved heavily in the music scene. But he's just been around, and he's been an artist that's inspired me for a long time. He's a little older than me, and he makes great stuff. And he works at the Milwaukee Film Group, and he says something so nice to me, which is I was referencing and talking about ICP, how they do everything on their own terms. And he like took me aside and he was like, bro, he was like, yo, I've like watched you for all these years. And he's like, you've never taken the conventional route. You've done everything your way on your own terms. Like he said all these like really, really nice things that like I almost like, I was sober and I almost like got emotional. And I've been getting emotional a lot because y'all are always so nice to me. And I've just been like syncing up with my girlfriends, period. So I've just been like a little emotional lately. But it was like I don't know how to describe it. It was very it was just nice to hear that from somebody who like I've looked up to for a long time, and it's often as like someone who works. I'm just a crew member, you know, in the film industry. I'm not a director. I haven't made any movies yet, but you know, I have some experience, and I've been here for a long time, and I've lived in this industry since before I could, like, I threaded a Nagra when I was 5 years old. You know what I mean? Like, the industry has been in my blood longer than my consciousness has been turned on. And so I feel very protective. I feel very part of this community. But I feel like oftentimes I don't get a lot of shine, partially because I don't seek the limelight. I don't seek the spotlight. I don't reach out to a lot of people for press. I don't promote a lot of stuff locally. Like, I've just kind of done my thing and let organic growth do its, and it's taken a long time to have any kind of success like that. But I have had a little. But I struggle sometimes with the fact that I'm like, sometimes it's nice to get an attaboy. sometimes it's nice to have somebody be like, yo, you're fucking killing it. And you guys are always so nice to me. But like, you know, it is tough working as a sound mixer in the film industry, being a musician who, you know, doesn't really like actively I love making music. I could give a shit about like promoting myself and releasing it. That's a huge difficult thing for me to do, is actually release it and market it and try to make money off of it and all that, which is part of the reason I'm live streaming now. But I had definitely like, it was just nice to have somebody be like, yo, dude, I see you. And especially someone who's watched me my whole career, and I've worked really hard to like get to a point where I'm like self-sustaining, and I have a little studio, and I have a small business in which I'm self-employed, and I work on film projects, and I'm one of the top sound mixers in the state of Wisconsin. I'm like, and it's not a ego thing as much as it's just like I'm a contender, you know what I mean? And not a lot of people acknowledge that. And it's sometimes like a little bit like, yo, dude, like, I don't know. It just feels a little like, sometimes I'm like, bro, I could use a little attaboy from the community. So when people say nice shit like that, it really actually means a lot to me, and not as much where I'm like, it boosts my ego, but it's like, it makes me feel like, I big myself up a lot, and I've learned to sustain myself not off of adoration or fame or money or likes or any of the shit that like a lot of people gauge themselves off of. But other people don't take you seriously. You know what? I've watched so many people in the music community here in town who one person gets a little bit of like internet virality or shine, and they all glom on them as if they've always supported them, and they talk about art and music and all this shit. And it's like, y'all go with what's popular. Y'all go with what's shiny and like, you like pop music, you know, like, and that's okay, but like, stop acting like you're supporting art when you only hop on people's viral crazes. You're not like digging in the trenches. Like, the people who listen to my music are like digging through SoundCloud and Spotify and finding some obscure small song. And I just like, some people are like such fake supporters of art, where they're like, I love art. Oh yeah. And it's like, you only give a shit if they have a lot of TikTok views. Then all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I always supported them. Juan Hernandez said his favorite rappers are Black Thought, Pharoah Monch, John Wayne, A$AP Rock, Killah Priest, and Rocka Iris Sirens. Yo, nice dilated peoples reference. Damn, Juan. Black Thought and Pharoah Monch, totally agree with you. John Wayne is a deep cut, and I respect that one. Although I would say I respect him a little bit more as a producer. But I do think he's got a very like cold style in terms of his like very unique style of rap. But I don't know if he would make him my top rappers. But that is a cold pull. Obviously, A$AP Rock. Killah Priest is a good a Wu-Tang affiliate, I believe. Right? Is that who I'm Killah Priest? Shout out to Juan if he's still in the chat. Sorry I missed this. And also sorry for like totally just rambling for a little bit there. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Shout out to Michael Joseph Hayward. I like chicken hunting, hitting him with a bucket and chicken nuggets. Look up his performance on the podcast Kill Tony. Violent J bombed hard. What about binaural beats, Jonathan? John Sizz said, that's a good question. I've never really fucked with binaural beats, and not because I don't like them. I'm just like, I don't know how to do them. And it's never been like a focus of mine, but I should probably be focusing more on that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Big same, Sean. The compliments really, really mean so much. It ain't ego, it's an Egan. And I mean, yes. Yup, Egan's famous. That a boy from the community like that. Dude, thank you, brother. He said, I haven't seen you play any music, to be honest, but I value your opinions. It's better to stay humble and move quiet anyways. I let the sheep. Savage Zombie Slayer says, sounds jealous. Weird. Our bag is still coming. LOL Savage, you're clearly not listening, huh? Black Thought is yeah. Tariq Trotter, I actually enjoyed your ranting. It was very genuine and from the heart. Your favorite game music? You know, I have a buddy who's a live streamer here. He goes by the name of Retro Gaming Music. Good guy. He recreates like retro game music. And I one piece of music, it's not retro. The game Rust, I love the ambient music in the background of Rust. I've always really liked it. And also, just by the way, Michael mentioned earlier, he said, I haven't heard you making any music. Every single piece of music that I've played is something that I've made and made live on stream. So you kind of have. But I haven't made anything actually, that's not true. I made 2 little things tonight, but I moved on from them pretty quick. But I loaded up. I have an open slate here. So let's play some music. Let's show. See, the tough thing is sometimes you open the program, you start from scratch, you decide where to start, whether it's a melody or a beat or whatever, and then you like roll the dice. And you're like, this might suck, or it might be dope. You never know. And that is where we live a little bit, where it's like, sometimes it might not be good. You gotta make bad shit to find the good shit, you know? You can't be afraid. And sometimes not being afraid doesn't mean you're always gonna make bangers. But you're trying to find the bangers, pull them out of the air, pull them from the ether, and from here and here, connect them. I have lately been starting with just a drum sample or something. I usually like some of these basic, like, kind of tight kits. And it's just a... like, that's fine. Basic ass little drum loop. You can go a lot of different ways. And then usually, sometimes I just like to take them out. Build around them. But also, sometimes... should we fuck around with Playbox a little bit? Sometimes Playbox is nice. Let's do it. Oh shit. We'll do that. How about that? Something like that, right? That's kind of tight. It's kind of cool. How long did that take? What? 10 minutes? You could be like, hey, all you did was randomize on Playbox and take a drum sample. Yup. Yup, that's what I did, and I'm better in it. I won't write better why I don't want to manage. I just keep it simple, stupid. 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 It hurts my feelings every. That's my favorite line from The Office. It's a thing that Michael told me. He said, keep it simple, stupid. It's great advice. Hurts my feelings every time. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. Just keep it. Beat me up, beat me up. Sorry, beat me up. What's up, Alien? I like Channel Trez. Hell yeah. Yo, shout out to Soundboy. Put me at the mile, beat me at the side. I just subscribed to retro gaming music and you were earlier. That's what's up, dude. Alien Babies. Shout out to Rhea. Shout out to Alien Babies. Guy who makes robots. Shout out to Rhea. Shout out to Alien Babies. Shout out to Guy who makes robots. Shout out to Baby Drew. Shout out to Michael Joseph Hayward. That's what's up. I know it's so. It's a Skyrim retro. That's so good. I didn't mean that. I didn't hear you play an original. I used to scroll through the video. Yo, you're all good, Michael. Shout out to Michael. Shout out to Rhea. Shout out to Guy who makes robots. Shout out to Alien Babies. I'll see you tomorrow. Yo, shout out to Rhea. Salute. If you haven't, please make sure you subscribe to RHX34. She is a homie. She remixed one of my songs. It is at the top of my Spotify. The link is in my bio. I got a mic. I come in the door soon. I'm me at the door, at the soul. Me at the door, at the soul. I'm idiot, you can work the floor. I might die. I ain't gotta die, but I know I love you. I wanna die, but I know I love you. I wanna die, girl, you know I love and love you. I wanna die, girl, you know I fucking love you. I wanna die, girl, you know I fucking love you. I wanna die, girl, you know I fucking love you. I wanna die, girl, you know I fucking love you. I wanna die, girl, I know you fucking love you. I wanna die, girl, you know I fucking love you. I wanna die, girl, you know I fucking love you. Wait, one second. Alien said, I have a comfort stream here. My boyfriend has spinal problems. Oh, shit. It was nursing him. I hope he gets better soon. Gotta take him to a doc. Yo, I'm so sorry. Oh, dude, spinal problems are fucking bad. Shout out to Alien. Shout out to the Alien Babies family. I'm so sorry. That fucking sucks, yo. Let's all send some energy to Alien Babies and to her boyfriend. I'm so sorry. Is this like a new issue, or is this like a recurring thing? Not sure. He's had it before, but it's gotten worse. It hurts him, and I hate saying, oh, dude, I can only imagine. I know, dude, 100% feel you. I mean, when did this start? I mean, also, Alien, you share as much or as little as you want. I'm not trying to pry, and also I don't want to ask any inappropriate questions, you know what I mean? Obviously. But I still want it said. But gave him a bunch of pain relievers and made him soup and heating pad and all the pillows. Is it a muscle thing, or like an actual like spinal cord issue? I don't wanna die, girl, you know I fucking love you. Ba, 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 ba. She's going to head to bed, but I hope your boyfriend gets better soon. Yes. Shout out to Cheeber, guy who makes music. Salute, brother. I hope to catch one of your live streams soon, bro. I'm sorry I always miss them. I miss everybody's. When Angry Otter was over in Europe, in Great Britain, he went live every single time I was asleep, and I was like, damn it. That's something like a disc thing. Ah, fuck. Yo, that's tough. Man, and that is, I saw something, I forget, it was like an article on Threads or Facebook or some shit about back pain, and how back pain is like the worst, just because it's like so unmanageable, you know? It's so debilitating, and it's so difficult to get relief. That's also why so many people become addicted to painkillers during back pain issue problems. I'm loving it. I'm freaking loving it, you guys. Thank you for the hearts and the likes, guys. I'm sorry, I just also fucking zoned out. I posted a cool thing in the Discord. Peace out, chat. Yo, shout out to Guy. Thanks, Chibi. Of course, Alien. There's also sciatica. He hurts bending and laying down. He can't find a good spot for long. So I'm doing what I can so far. The pain reliefs have been helpful, but I'm assured that doc needs to give him some treatment. I wouldn't wish this on anyone, and I thought cramps were bad. I'm awake because I'm keeping an eye on him in case he needs any. Yo, you are a good partner, Alien, and I mad respect for that. And I am so sorry, man. Shout out to the boyfriend for sure. I totally sympathize with the back pain thing, bro. I've had some bouts of it myself, and I know some people who have had their lives absolutely wrecked from it. But I do think also it's like I mean, hopefully it's like a physical therapy thing. Sometimes, like, you know, just a little bit of that kind of shit can do a lot. Sigh. A shout out to the homies. A shout out to the homies. And fuck back pain. Yeah, physical therapy, for sure. But that's in of itself a whole, you know, that's a whole thing too. It's like, oh, all you got to do is physical therapy. The cost of physical therapy, the time that it takes, the pain. And also like when it comes to like discs and stuff like that, I don't know how, you know, I don't know how that works, you know, because you have to be really careful and delicate with stuff like that, and what kind of surgeries you need, like, because you don't want to make it worse. And I don't want to be too like, I also don't want to be too like, oh my God, because also like dude, if he can handle alien babies, you know, he can handle anything. He's obviously a strong man, a smart man. So yeah, a generic doc wouldn't do much, but it's yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be like too toxically positive. Everything will be fine. Because that's such a way of people. That's usually people's way of being like, I don't care. Like, you'll be fine, or you won't. I don't care. It's always a cop out, almost all the time. Oh, I'm so sorry. He'll be okay. I'm like, what? Why? Why do you think that? But also, I've been approaching all the world events, the events in our country, personal things in my life. I've been trying to approach them all from the kind of middle ground approach of things are never as good as you want them to be, and things are never as bad as you think they'll be. So it's like, expect the worst and the best. You know what I mean? Like, be happy when it's good, and don't be surprised when it's bad. But also, it's never going to be that bad. Almost all things can be solved. All problems are solvable. Even when they feel like they're not, I've had all kinds of emotional issues, relationship issues, economic issues, physical health issues, where sometimes you're like, I don't know how I come back from this. And every single fucking time I have, and every single time, like, now I don't feel like that as much anymore. I'm like, I'm so emotionally distraught, or I'm so broke, or I'm so sad, or whatever. And it's like, the number of times where, like, within 6 months, I'm like laughing and loving and enjoying life. So I do think that sometimes it is important to approach some of those things from a positive angle, because it's the power of the mind, the power of positivity and love and all that shit. It sounds corny as fuck or whatever, but it changes the world, and it changes like you down to a genetic or cellular level, beyond like the smallest of the small. Your consciousness and your soul, I think, are affected by other people's consciousnesses and souls and energies. And so that's why I'm like, it can come off as toxic positivity, but it is really more of an energy transference, where I'm like, when I say that shit, I mean it. I'm like, yo, I'm like hopscotching from my brain through the sound waves that are now entering your ears, and it's going through your brain, and then I'm jumping through the telepathic link that you and your boyfriend have, and I'm passing along the power energy from me into him. And you can say that that's crazy, but I don't think it's not. I'm in your brain right now, and you're in his brain, and you guys have your own connection that's going on. We are all connected much more than anyone wants to admit. So, Michael Joseph Hayward said, I was 240 last fall. I weigh in at about 290 now. This winter has treated me roughly. I feel you on that. I've become too jacked and can't afford the diet to keep up these muscles. Yo, I think natural selection needs to be a TikTok trend. Yo, shout out to Michael Joseph Hayward. And also, who cares about weight? Try your best to live as healthy as you can, and also enjoy the fact that you're alive, whatever your weight is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever want to lean in too heavy into like, hey man, whatever. Like, be healthy for all of us, so that we can continue to enjoy your presence and all that stuff. But also, like, you're a good person, whatever weight you are. You know what I mean? And like, you mean a lot to a lot of people, no matter what kind of person you are, of any kind, race, religion, anything. So I do think that there's a little bit of like, I don't know. I mean, I know that was partially, I think, a little bit of a joke as well, because I feel like he was being like, I'm jacked as fuck. But like, bro, you're doing good, man. You got muscles. You're big and beefy. Who gives a shit? You could be also, like, keep in mind, you will not always be 290. You will not, or 190. You will not always be 240 or 100. Eventually, like, I watched every person I know who ages, you slowly just lose weight and you lose muscle mass, and it's just part of growing older. So don't worry. You're going to be fine. You're going to lose all of it. In the end, we all lose all of it, and that's okay. You cannot hold on to any of this, so no point in trying too hard. If you could spell my name. But for real though, I've gained a ton of weight. LOL, I need to lose like 60 pounds to become a menace again. Sorry, I'm 36. I'm old. Yo, you're killing it, brother. Don't worry too much about that shit, Michael. Do what you can, where you can, when you can. But also, like, life is for living. Life is not meant to just constantly be worrying and I don't know. There are people who wish they weighed a bunch. You know what I mean? You're living like a king. This is this boring beat. Just do. My weight fluctuates like the seasons. Hell yeah, man. Respect, dog. Yo, shout out to Soundboy. Shout out to Michael. Shout out to Alien Babies. Shout out to Cheebs. It's damn near 4 a.m. here. I have to be up early for work. Create a work early, up late type beat for me, please. And thanks. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, Michael, bro. Michael. My dog. Thank you, brother. Yo, salute to the homie. Yo, mad respect, my dude. Huge. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the gift. That's huge, Brandon. Thank you, dude. Let's go. Let's go. You just paid for my cat's treats, man. Thank you. Seriously. Oh no, my super chat goal had just ended like a little bit ago. We didn't even get to confetti. Thank you for the entertainment. Yo, it's my pleasure, man. Thank you for hanging out. I know we kind of a lot of this shit is I just bounce around from track to track to track to track. So there's not, sometimes it's a little loosey goosey here. As we're working through things, but there is a general trend of I always forget, RJ says it pretty eloquently. He's like, in the chaos there, for those who can see it, there is order to this chaos type of vibes. So I do appreciate you being a part of the community, or however you look at it. This is not like work music. My cat sends its regards to your cat. That's $5 Canadian, bro. I'm pretty sure they can buy you half of one can of pop at the dollar store. Wait, let me see what it'll tell me what the translation or the. No, $5 in Canadian is $4.13. Five Canadian dollars is $4 American dollars, $4.13, which isn't great, but that's not terrible. I wish I had more to donate, dude. Yo, I believe me, bro. Especially at this time in the economic climate, I know how much even just $5 is. So I know how important that is, and honestly, it means so much to me as well. And just the gesture of you being willing to gift $5 is. It means is huge, dude. That's the price. You know, that's a gallon of gas, dude. That's more than a gallon of gas. So 70 cents to the dollar. Damn. Yeah, right now it says my chat revenue is $4.13. So that's about right. Because it instantly, they instantly, what do you call it? Convert it. No, but thank you, bro, because that helps not even just the money, but like that helps the channel. Because every dollar that's donated, every gift that's sent, every gifted membership, every little like emoji thing that's sent, and all that stuff, YouTube tracks that stuff, and that determines every time I log on how the algorithm treats me, because it tracks who's participating, who sends money, how active they are, how many likes how many chats they send, all that shit. And then they track all your stuff and all this stuff. So you just being on my channel and just being a part of it and communicating with me, they have AI that's reading our entire chat. They have AI that's listening to every word I say. So, you know, it means a lot to have you be a part of the community, because it matters to the robots. And we want to make the robots happy. Shout out to AI. I love you. Please don't kill me. Shout out to AI. Please don't kill me. Said, oh shit, dude, a gallon of gas is over $5 in Canada. Wow, dude. We're just about crossing $4 a gallon here. We pay $1.70 per liter a liter. Yo, PersonTube, one of my homies in Australia, they pay $9.50 a gallon. $9.50 for a gallon of gasoline is crazy. Shout out to Alien. Alien, I'm sorry that you're awake this late, but I'm glad that you're here. I'm sorry the circumstances, but like I said, my energies to your energies to the boyfriend. I wish people that had actually talent received more recognition than half these live streams I tune into. Australians are fucked. I was sorry to bring up Blinken, but thank you, Trump, for the inflated expenses. Oh man, believe me, don't even. Michael, I feel you. Well, and you know, like, I look at it even more, and this isn't me again taking any political side. I'm not defending that man, and I'm not even attacking him. This is part of a much larger problem that has existed for quite a long time in this entire world. And this has been a reckoning that has been coming, and we've been dealing with this for a while. And our reliance on and this is considered maybe a political opinion, but our reliance on the petrochemicals, on oil and stuff. And I'm not saying like oil should just be gone, because I know how important it is to everything, blah, blah, blah. But like, we should have different transportation modes and stuff like that. You know, it's clearly necessary at this point. You know what I mean? It's too expensive, and we really I don't know. Yeah, agreed, Michael Joseph. It isn't yeah. No, it's cool. Sometimes I stay up till 4. Yeah, it's all wild, but again, to a certain extent, you know, a little bit of like, sometimes you either make the right decision or you fuck around and find out, and you learn the hard way. You can either take it the easy way or the hard way. And sometimes humans take the easy way. And we've made huge advancements when we choose the easy way. And when we choose the hard way, it takes a lot fucking longer. And that's why sometimes there's like periods where people take the easy way and they're like, why don't we just do this? And then it all is fixed. And then some idiot comes along and they're like, why don't we do it this way? And then we're like, okay, cool. So then we do it the dumb way, and it takes forever to do two things. But at least there's a general trend of progress and growth. And the people, I think we have more educated people now on this planet than we ever did before. We also have a lot of dumbasses, but there are more smart people also than have ever existed on this planet. So I do have hope. And you know, it is a slow process, but we have been through some tough times here in America and in the world. And, you know, if we can come back from world wars and civil wars and terrible things, and there is horrible stuff in the world always, and there are beautiful things in the world always. And, you know, like they always say, focus on the helpers. Isn't that what Mr. Rogers said? Whenever there's something bad that's happening, look at the people that are helping. Look to those people. Those are the people you should be following. Those are the people that you should be supporting. The people who show up and help. Shout out to Mr. Rogers. Bless that man. Alien Baby said, do you ever stream a day in the life? Occasionally. I've like streamed like when we go and do things and stuff, but it's hard for me to like be in public and stream, to be honest. I get really, really self-conscious about, I feel like it feels weird. It's very difficult. Also, I'm sorry from a political. I know that people don't give a care. No, it's not even that. It's not even a matter of caring or not caring or anything like that. It's just the other thing is like I have spent a lot of time over the last decade very angry here in the United States, and I'm trying to find a way back. And trying to find a way out of that. And so I'm trying to practice like radical forgiveness. And again, why I'm trying to make this place an open space for anyone, regardless of political affiliation or anything, where we can come and not feel. I think that people on both sides, and I'm more thinking about the people on the right that feel unwelcome and unloved. And I understand why some people might feel that way, and I'm not saying that people shouldn't feel that way towards them. People have a lot of anger from both sides to each side, but I am trying to have a place where it's like, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe there is a path forward, and who you are right in this moment and who you want to be in the future going past this moment is all that matters. And everyone has made mistakes. Everyone has had done something in their past that they're not proud of. Some people have done that for a long time. Some people have had issues for long periods of time with all kinds of stuff. Emotional issues, money issues, relationship issues, mental issues. So I do hope that I understand that this is a platform to get my and also but it is to a certain extent, because I do think that at the core of most people's political beliefs and all this stuff, there is a general feeling of it comes from mostly a good place. They want the best for themselves. They want the best for their families and people are trying to figure it out, and they don't know any better. And some people are just like, they don't know. Like, they really don't know. Like, to a certain extent, and this is no disrespect to the rural communities, but like, like, how can you expect people who live in a town of 45 people and you expect them to be up to date on all the most progressive shit? And we just call them bigots. Oh, you don't support this thing? Well, you're a bigot then. And it's like, or they don't have any friends that are part of that community or part of that ideology because they live in a town of 50 people and you haven't given them any path to understanding or trying to teach them. We've just shut people down because we assume they're all the same, and every single person is different, and every single person has love and wants to be loved and wants to be accepted. And I really think that is something that we need to focus on, not just in the United States, but across the world, is approaching things with love and peace, like that kind of that vibe, Kid Cudi once said, so eloquently stated, can't we just all get a bong and tag along? I just want to get some chicken legs that are under $20. I like some dark meat. Yes. I'm like, that is the basis of it. Yo, we're just I just want to live a good life. And I want other people to have a good life. And I think that sometimes some people like lie and they're like, I'll give you a good life. And then they don't. And some people are like, I want to try and give you a good life. And they turn out to be able to kind of do that. It's tough, man. What a world. I also don't want innocent lives to be sacrificed as a result of a war. Call me. Yeah, and that is a difficult thing. It's tough in those situations where it's like, man, I also don't, but it's also important to remember like how little impact you have a couple of points where you can interact with that action. But they're very few and far between. In even the most democratic governments, you only have a few opportunities where you can really impact that decision directly. And even then, you can't stop it. That's an unfortunate thing. I don't believe that that's how it always will be or has to be. But it has been a difficult thing to be like, man, yeah, war sucks, but we are not anywhere close to living in the best. And that is also why I'm like, yo, the way you stop war and the way you stop violence is in your own heart and in your own life and in your own sphere of influence. Because you're not going to be able to stop those tanks from rolling in. You're not going to stop those politicians from making those decisions. You're not going to stop people from joining the army. You're not there are not a lot of situations where you can actually have a direct impact unless you run for office, and even then you can't all the time. But that being said, I do think that it's like as a collective have really given up how powerful like local action is, and also like how just being positive and spreading positivity in your own small way in your own community can reverberate throughout the world. And you never know exactly how that is going to impact. So I'm like, that's the way that I deal with the stress of having to like accept that these terrible things happen, that genocide and war and violence. I mean, like murder, like all the horrible things. I mean, like, war and murder are the same, but we all accept that murder exists in society. We don't ever think like we'll never get rid of the murders. Like you can't. It's human nature. There's going to be aberrations where people are going to do something like terrible like that. And it's unstoppable. It is not stoppable. And I believe the same thing about war. And the only thing you can do is like try and have an impact as directly as you can on positive things. And my parents were both members of the anti-war, anti-nuclear war, anti-violence, pro-nonviolent conflict resolution movement in the 60s and 70s and into the 90s actually. And I just think that like we have lost a lot of our moral compass. And this isn't like a religious thing, but like we've just like people act immorally all the time and we're just like letting it fucking happen. You know what I mean? Like, so I just do think that it's like we have to have a tempered, because people are like, I don't want my tax dollars going to war. And it's like, that's never going to happen. You know what I mean? Like and I mean that with the most respect. I don't wish it was not so, but it's also like, that's like being like, I wish that the clouds were made of cotton candy. I do too. It's never going to happen. Like, it is idealistic and it's beautiful to imagine that. But again, it's like the only way you can do it is like try to impact around you. Because also look at Martin Luther King. Look at Mahatma Gandhi. Those are two prolific nonviolent nonviolent protesters and part of the whole nonviolent peaceful movement. And, they did what they could, and I mean, we saw how that turned out. And apparently Mahatma Gandhi was a little strange, but it goes beyond the 90s. This war is probably, I mean, and also again, it's like, it's some of these things, especially in Europe, in the Middle East, it's like these things are ancient battles that if they haven't been fixed in 2,000 years, I'm not sure. As a Canadian, the war and fear-mongering doesn't affect us. We're more concerned about the financial. Agreed. Same, bro. Yo, thanks to everybody who's kicking it. I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate y'all being up with me at 3:14 a.m. for me in the morning on Wednesday, April 29th, 2026. What a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. And as terrible as things are and as all the pain in the world, we are, if you're here right now, you got a roof over your head, you got internet access, you probably have some kind of snack or food nearby, you got a glass of water, hopefully, or some kind of beverage. You got a sink you can go clean your face in. You know what I mean? You're alive. Statistically, you shouldn't be. You're conscious you're in the universe. Shout out to Light Years. Shout out to Alien. Shout out to Michael. It's at 4:14. I have to wake up in sub 5 hours. Michael, get to sleep, dog. My name is Sean. You can call me Sean. You can call me Economics. You can call me Egan. You can call me Eggman. You can call me Economics. You can call me... Just don't call me late for dinner. And why am I still awake? That is a good question. Interesting. Weird sounds, man. I've always really liked this program. Is the right way. My name is Michael Joseph Hayward. Call me late to dinner if I'm invited and I am late. SEAN, brother. Shout out to Alien. If I am that's actually a brilliant response. Also fucking brilliant response it is. Isn't it? Oh, that's a brilliant response, isn't it? Can you play the drums as well? Oi, mate. I'm a brilliant lad, I am. It's Tuesday, innit? It's Tuesday. OMG, I was watching Andor Season 1 and I'm late, but I love Star Wars Symphony. The T gets lost. Tuesday. Shout out to our homies in the UK. We love you. We got it's some loving it's just gentle ribbing. We love you. I still have not watched Andor, and I am a huge Star Wars nerd. I was big into the Star Wars lore before. I was reading the books when I was 13 years old. Shout out to Kevin J. Anderson and Timothy Zahn. But I have not watched Andor, and everybody says I will love it. Guess I don't need this one. Womp, womp. What if we did woodwinds, brass, and strings? So good. About to get on season 2. I'm Canadian, a part of the Commonwealth. I can legally jest the Brits. Go save the Queen, innit? As I said earlier, talent is lost among those YouTube live streams. I appreciate it, talent. Yo, thank you, dog. Michael, that means a lot to me, man. It's tough out here. That's why I'm like, I appreciate every gift, every like, every heart. All of that shit helps. We are up against the absolute brain rot of the world, and I don't expect to compete. All I want, I've said this many times on the channel, I'm a simple man, and all I want is more money than Logan Paul. Okay? Not even both of the Paul brothers, just Logan. That's all I'm looking for. Nothing crazy. A couple of G-Wagons, a couple of properties, maybe a condo in LA and one in New York, and then maybe like a penthouse suite in Vegas, and maybe like a house in like outside of Atlanta and like the nicer neighborhood in Atlanta. You know, nothing crazy. One boat. You know, well, like a yacht, and then like a support craft for the yacht, and then a helicopter for the yacht, obviously, but nothing crazy, not like a super yacht, just a normal mega yacht, you know. And also, you know, maybe an island, but like not a creepy island, like a cool guy island. Like we're chill, where everybody's chilling, not fucking weirdos. You know, Epstein ruined islands, man. Islands used to be so cool, and now you talk about buying an island and people look at you weird. So yeah, that's all I want. That's all I'm a reasonable man, okay? I'm not crazy. So yeah, I keep running into crackheads or weird foreigners playing with sand and goop. That's actually really fun. Playing with sand and goop. Damn, dog, that's a big ask. I can't even afford approximately 1/1000th of what Mr. Paul can afford. Like a total drama island? No drama. No drama. I don't want no drama. Keep the drama for your mama. For your mother. Keep the drama for your mother. Please keep your drama for your mother, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Shout out to Andy Kaufman. That was not me being racist. That was me doing an Andy Kaufman impression. That was him being racist. Islands scare me. But what about a chill island where everybody is chill, alien babies? We'll call it chill, total chill island where everybody is chill. And the only requirement is being chill and also not in an ass. So I watch too much true crime, that's fair. I don't know what to do with any of this. I'm like trying to. That's kind of pretty. Oi, checkmate, matey. Oi. One which involved a battle royale situation I won't get into. It's nighttime. Wait, what? That was like a real thing? No way. Are you talking about Hunger Games? Ooh, baby. OMG, kinda. Wait, what? For real? Is it possible to get on a collab with you? I can sing like a motherfucker, but I have no social media presence whatsoever. Also, please say no. Yo, shout out to Michael. Michael, my whole thing is with most collaborations, and this is kind of plays to what you're saying, where I'm like, all I want to hear is like stuff that like an example. Like, I don't doubt that like you can, like, some people are like, I can sing, and I think sometimes people are full of shit, but I think sometimes people are not full of shit. And I don't ever want to shoot someone down who's genuinely talented, who just hasn't like done anything yet, you know what I mean? But all I ask is like, yo, like, make anything. Like, no, and I'm not gonna judge, like, seriously, in the chat. I mean, if you've been in this stream for a while, like, I make shit all the time. I make not great songs frequently. It's part of the game. That's the raw part of this process, is like, you make a loop that you're like, okay, I don't know what to do with that, but next one, you know. And sometimes you spend 25 minutes on it and it sucks. And sometimes you spend 25 minutes on it and then you spend the next 6 weeks tweaking it and adding to it and changing it because it becomes a huge, beautiful thing. And so I always suggest, like, please just make anything. Let me hear something, man. And like, I'm never gonna shoot down the idea of a collab. I've collaborated with people who have a bunch of music. I've collaborated with people who don't have anything. And sometimes people have just like, people remix my stuff all the time, you know? Paint the anime fans that I can't sing for shit. Everyone with a stutter can sing. I'll have to send a karaoke vid on me one day. Yes, Alien Babies, I want to see that. Yeah, definitely. Like Alien Baby said, I have a Discord. Join the Discord. Here's my proof. I have a crippling stutter. Yo, stutters don't matter. You know? That's funny. All right, let's keep going through here. We'll build up on this. I've really liked this noir piano. I don't know what to do with it. You paint yourself into a corner, and then you can't get out of it. Oh, man. I don't know how I would even get my sample to you. He has a sound thread. I feel like I'm at a spa. I would also not like any form of link to me. I do not do social media. I have social media, but I haven't posted for fucking ever. But I can sing. You can keep whatever. I'm down. I'm so down. Let me sample you, bro. Let me sample you, bro. Sample me, bro. Oh, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, anyone who knows the stream know what these strings mean. This is the outro, ladies and gentlemen. This is the end of the stream for the evening. I appreciate each and every one of you coming through, showing love, showing support, bringing love, showing me all kinds of things, teaching me new stuff about Ableton Live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing in the moment. Thank you for the gifts, Michael. Alien Babies, Michael. Light Years. Shout out to Paint. Shout out to every homie who came through tonight. RJ. Shout out to Rhea. Cheeber. All the homies. John C. Soundboy. Juan Hernandez. Like I said, the homie Light Years. It means so much to me to have you guys hang out. Yo, thank you for the happy. Yo, shout out to Alien Babies for the happy poop. Means so much to me. For reals. And I will be on tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. We're going to get a couple daytime streams and some evening streams in. So until I see you guys, I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Please, I hope, alien babies, I hope your boyfriend feels better. Michael, I hope you have a great morning. You wake up and feel pretty rested. I appreciate you guys sharing these moments with me. It means the world to me. You guys are the best supporters, best community in the fucking world, and I appreciate you so, so much. So until tomorrow, I hope everyone sleeps well. Spread love, spread positivity, hug your loved ones. Life is short, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Be good, y'all. Peace. Peace. Deuces. One love.